Hello, welcome to A Few Minutes with Littleboy. I'm Littleboy from the Fat Man Littleboy Show. I do a live stream of our show every Monday at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can check us out at fatmanlittleboy.com. You can call in at 619-387-3457. And this is my opportunity to just, cover a subject really quickly. Sometimes I will go over something that we did in our last show when Fat Man hijacked a topic and didn't give me a chance. And that's actually what I'm doing again for my second show, for my second little segment. It's not going to always be that. It's going to be, just different ramblings that I have, different ideas that I had. But right now I'm recovering a couple things because a lot of times when we do our show, I'll be hit with a subject that I'm not exactly sure where the Fat Man's going with it, and he'll say things that at the time I can't refute them because he's, most of the time, as people who watch our show know, he's speaking right out of his butt, but I don't know that for sure, and I don't have the means to actually figure out whether or not he's correct or if he's just making stuff up. So this is my chance to kind of refute some of that now. On our last episode, we talked a little bit about Michael Moore. Now, a funny thing about Michael Moore, and we look at one of the things that the Fat Man and I look at things differently is I am, progressive and democratic, and he is a Christian conservative. Just because somebody else is progressive or a Democrat or a liberal, just because everything they say doesn't mean they're speaking for me. They're speaking for themselves. Some things they say I agree with. Some things they say I'm not going to agree with. The difference is you got the Christian conservatives, and anytime a conservative says anything, they all band together and all agree. No, everybody's afraid to speak out against one another, whereas liberals are more free thinkers. We have our own ideas. Just because somebody is saying something and they have a lot of the same beliefs as me doesn't mean that everything they say I agree with. It doesn't always happen. And I don't agree with everything Michael Moore says. I don't agree with everything Michael Moore does. But one of the interesting things that the Fat Man said on our show was that Michael Moore does not donate any money anywhere. Now, I just did a quick web search today, and I found out he donates a lot of money to a cause called Raising Malawi. And that's an organization which helps orphans in one of the most poorest countries in the world by providing water, food, and medical care and schooling. Anybody does a web search, you can find that. Another thing that he does is for his Twitter account, every time he gets 10,000 new viewers, he donates $1,000 to the charity of one of his followers' choice. So every time he gets a new 10,000 followers, he picks one of his followers and he lets them choose a charity. He donates $1,000 to it, which I think is pretty neat. I checked this morning. He right now has 998,002 followers, so that's $99,800 he's donated so far. That's not too bad. Now, another thing that the Fat Man said was the money that he made from bowling from Columbine should have gone to the families that were, affected by that. Now, it would have been nice if he did that, but honestly, the way I look at it, he made the money. It's his money. He can do whatever he wants with it. I don't know why people are criticize people for where they donate money or, if you want to donate money, but why would you criticize somebody? If you made the money, you can do whatever you want with it. And people who donate money to a church, that doesn't count. That does not count as donating to charity because let me tell you something. You donate to a church, what you're doing is you're trying to buy your way into heaven. And it's not charity. It's not charity. It's selfishness is what that is. You're trying to buy your way into heaven. That is not a charity. Another thing he was saying is Michael Moore is top 100. He's in the top 1% of the United States in earning. And when he was first asked about that, he was told that he's not. He said he actually wouldn't even admit that he was in the top 1%. And then he kind of did, because I guess there's such a bad stigma about it. The thing is, just because you're in the top 1% doesn't mean that I hate you, okay? I don't have a problem with the top 1% making money. What pisses me off is the top 1% making that money and then not wanting to pay taxes on it. You know, you got people who make a lot of money. Warren Buffett and Michael Moore are two people who make a lot of money, but they want people to pay more taxes. They want people who make the money to pay more taxes. And they need to change the laws. Just sitting back and saying, well, if you think the people with all that money should pay more taxes, just pay more taxes. It doesn't work like that. You have to change the laws, and you have to make the law say that you need to pay your fair share. If I'm paying a certain percentage, why are you, the fact that you make more money, why does that allow you to pay, to cheat your way out of paying your fair share of taxes? And being able to write off your tax deductions to a church is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Should not happen. Anyways, that's all I have to say on this subject. A little short blurb on this. Michael Moore, just because he has some of the same ideas as me does not mean that every time he speaks for me. That's not the way things are. Until next time, I'm Littleboy, and take care.